In a stunning revelation that has set the entertainment world ablaze, comedian Katt recently exposed a list of high-profile celebrities who allegedly fled the country following the arrest of Sean "Diddy" Combs. Known for his bold and often controversial statements, Williams has once again ignited a firestorm of speculation, naming several A-list figures who supposedly made strategic moves abroad to avoid the growing legal chaos surrounding the music mogul. The timing of these departures has raised more than a few eyebrows, with many questioning whether these celebrities were attempting to distance themselves from Diddy's increasingly tarnished reputation or if they were somehow involved in the legal entanglements swirling around him. As the public continues to scrutinize Hollywood's most powerful figures, Williams's revelations add fuel to an already explosive narrative, hinting at deeper, darker connections within the world of entertainment and the lengths some are willing to go to protect their own interests. The rise of Diddy, empire of influence and intrigue. Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, has become an icon of success in the entertainment world. Over the decades, he has built an empire through his record label, fashion lines, and a host of other business ventures. But what is often overlooked in his glossy image is the web of secrecy and alleged exploitation that surrounds him. Diddy is no stranger to lavish parties, some so exclusive that they attract the elite of Hollywood. These gatherings are legendary, known for their glamour, excess, and sheer opulence. However, as more whistleblowers and insiders come forward, it's increasingly clear that these parties may not have been just about entertainment. There are whispers of manipulative power dynamics, coercion, and dark undertones at these gatherings, some of which have been labeled ritualistic by critics. In interviews and leaked testimonies, it's suggested that Diddy's influence extends far beyond music and business, influencing how people move and operate within Hollywood itself. Katt, the voice of dissent. Amid these scandals, comedian and actor Katt has positioned himself as a vocal critic of the entertainment industry. Unlike many celebrities who prefer to toe the line and protect their careers, Williams has consistently rejected the establishment. His rise to fame was marked by bold, irreverent humor, but it was his candid public statements and shocking revelations that set him apart from the typical Hollywood narrative. Williams has often positioned himself as an outsider in an industry known for chewing people up and spitting them out. He's made no secret of his disdain for the machine that runs Hollywood, even if it means distancing himself from the mainstream. In his recent interviews, Williams has gone so far as to name names, including powerful figures like Diddy. He's alleged that there are forces within Hollywood that pull strings from behind the scenes, and that many celebrities are simply pawns in a much larger game. The anti-establishment stance, exposing Hollywood's dirty secrets. Williams' anti-establishment stance is not just about rejecting fame or celebrity status. It's about exposing what he sees as a deeper level of corruption and manipulation within the entertainment world. "I can't be part of it," Williams says, even if he finds himself at a Diddy-hosted event. His message is clear. He attends these parties not to partake in their excesses, but to observe and understand who is involved and what is really going on behind closed doors. This mindset has led Williams to be extremely vocal about the spiritual warfare he believes is taking place behind the scenes. To him, Hollywood is not just a business, it's a battleground for power, control, and hidden agendas. While his comments have often been dismissed as conspiracy theories, they are starting to resonate with a growing segment of the public who have begun to question the true cost of fame. Diddy's parties. Not just for fun. Sean Combs' notorious parties have long been a symbol of his status in Hollywood. These gatherings are often depicted as indulgent and lavish, with reports of celebrities and influencers engaging in a variety of activities. However, as more information has come to light, some are beginning to question whether these parties were simply fun, decadent affairs, or whether they served a darker purpose. Katt Williams has hinted at manipulative setups at these events, claiming that attendees were often caught in situations they didn't fully understand. There have been whispers about the use of substances, coercion, and exploitation, with some alleging that guests were manipulated into compromising positions. These revelations are further compounded by the rumor that some of Diddy's events were more than just social gatherings. They were a form of control, a way for him to maintain influence over the Hollywood elite. The allegations against Diddy: power, manipulation, and corruption. Multiple sources have alleged that Diddy's influence goes beyond his music empire and business ventures. He is said to have built his success on a foundation of power dynamics that are not always seen by the public eye. As the allegations of coercion and blackmail continue to emerge, many are questioning the true nature of Diddy's influence in Hollywood. One of the most chilling aspects of these allegations involves reports of blackmail, hidden recordings, and coercion used to keep certain individuals under Diddy's control. These tactics are said to be used not just to maintain power, but also to manipulate others in the industry. A Miami raid, which allegedly uncovered 100 tapes, only adds to the mystery and unease surrounding Diddy's empire. What is on these tapes? Who else is involved in the web of influence and control that Diddy has allegedly constructed? Hollywood's silent resistance. Distancing from Diddy. As the scandal surrounding Diddy intensifies, certain celebrities have begun to distance themselves from him. This shift is noticeable. Some stars have gone silent, while others have publicly rejected his influence. However, there are others who remain tight-lipped on the matter, choosing to protect their image and careers by staying out of the controversy. One such figure is comedian Kevin Hart. For years, Hart has been a clean-cut, relatable star, someone who rose from humble beginnings to become one of Hollywood's biggest names. However, as Diddy's scandal heats up, fans have begun to question Hart's connection to the mogul. There are resurfaced clips showing Hart at Diddy's infamous parties, calling for women to come upstairs. These moments, once seen as harmless party banter, now raise uncomfortable questions in light of the recent allegations. Hart's silence on the issue is also telling. Unlike other celebrities who have publicly distanced themselves from Diddy, Hart has remained notably quiet. Some insiders have even claimed that Hart may have had a romantic entanglement with a woman linked to Diddy. Allegations suggest that Hart used his influence to silence those who might speak out about these connections, further complicating his once untarnished image. Could Hart's rapid rise to fame have been manipulated by powerful forces within the industry? Was his success engineered through connections rather than pure talent? Kevin Hart's rise. A closer look at the plant theory. Katt Williams has raised serious questions about Kevin Hart's meteoric rise to stardom, suggesting that Hart may not have made it to the top purely through talent and hard work. Williams points out that no one in Hollywood remembers a time when Hart wasn't already a known entity. In just a short period, Hart went from being a little-known comic to headlining major Hollywood films, and even landing his own sitcom. Williams's theory? Hart may have been planted in the industry, pushed to stardom through connections rather than organic growth. Williams isn't the only one raising these questions. Fans and industry insiders alike have begun to question how Hart's career skyrocketed so quickly. In his first year in Hollywood, Hart had his own sitcom, a major movie role, and was booked for sold-out comedy shows. This level of success is rare for anyone entering the industry, especially for comedians. Was Hart's rise a result of his unique talent, or was he being promoted by powerful figures who saw him as a useful asset in their wider plans? The The fallout and the unspoken code of silence. As the scandals surrounding Diddy and his alleged network of influence continue to unfold, the entertainment industry is left grappling with a series of uncomfortable questions. Many celebrities are starting to distance themselves from Diddy, but there is still a deep-seated loyalty among some members of the Hollywood elite. It's unclear whether this is out of fear, complicity, or a sense of solidarity within the industry. One of the most unnerving aspects of these scandals is the code of silence that often surrounds them. Celebrities who are seen as protected by the powers that be are often the ones who remain quiet when allegations of corruption and exploitation arise. The entertainment industry is rife with stories of blackmail, manipulation, and control, but for the most part, these stories remain in the shadows, whispered about by insiders but rarely discussed publicly. As the pressure mounts and investigations intensify, it's becoming clear that something much larger is at play. Whether these allegations lead to real consequences or simply become another chapter in the ongoing saga of celebrity scandals remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Hollywood's dark side is starting to be exposed, and the public is finally beginning to ask the hard questions. The enigmatic web of Hollywood power plays. Hollywood, often described as the land of dreams, is equally known for its deep shadows, where power, fame, and influence collide in ways that most audiences never see. The celebrity world, with all its glittering allure, is underpinned by a complex network of personal relationships, professional alliances, and, in some cases, dark secrets. These invisible strings pull actors, musicians, producers, and influencers into a world that might appear glamorous on the outside, but is fraught with manipulations, power struggles, and at times, shady dealings that ultimately shape the stories the public consumes. At the heart of this maze of influence, certain figures emerge as larger-than-life players, individuals whose public personas are carefully curated, while their behind-the-scenes actions often reveal a much darker reality. This is the reality faced by a number of celebrities who, whether willingly or not, find themselves caught in this sprawling web of influence. Recent developments surrounding Sean "Diddy" Combs and his connections to some of Hollywood's biggest names have only served to shed light on a deeper layer of the industry, one that is both elusive and often troubling. Diddy's influence, the hidden hand behind Hollywood's curtain. Sean "Diddy" Combs, a mogul with a reputation for throwing opulent parties and creating waves in the music industry, has long been a figure whose influence extends far beyond his musical career. While he is widely known for his music empire, his wealth, and his presence in the luxury lifestyle scene, a more sinister undertone has begun to emerge regarding his involvement in Hollywood's darker side. Allegations of manipulation, coercion, and even illegal activities tied to his influence have started to surface, with numerous reports implicating him in clandestine operations behind the scenes. These alleged actions, often tied to his lavish parties, suggest that they were not merely gatherings of industry elites indulging in luxury and excess. Instead, some insiders claim that these events were forums where power dynamics were tested, alliances were formed or broken, and more troublingly, where manipulative tactics were allegedly employed to maintain control over those who attended. The rumors surrounding these gatherings are anything but trivial. According to Katt Williams, a vocal critic of Hollywood's establishment, these parties were more than just a way to socialize. They were carefully orchestrated events designed to further solidify Combs's control over the industry. He pointed to instances where guests were allegedly manipulated into compromising situations, only to be left in positions of vulnerability once they entered Combs's orbit. The silent players, celebrities who remain. Among the myriad of stars connected to Diddy, several prominent figures have either distanced themselves from him or remained eerily silent as the storm of allegations grows. One such individual is comedian and actor Kevin Hart. Known for his charm, relatability, and meteoric rise to fame, Hart has enjoyed unprecedented success in Hollywood. Yet, as allegations surrounding Diddy intensify, questions about Hart's role in Hollywood have taken on new meaning. Hart's connection to Diddy, while seemingly harmless on the surface, raises eyebrows when scrutinized in light of the new accusations. His past involvement in Diddy's infamous parties, as well as resurfaced footage of Hart calling women to attend these events, has led to speculation about the nature of his relationship with the mogul. Why would Hart, known for his clean image, remain so closely tied to someone facing such severe allegations? In addition, Kevin Hart's apparent silence on the matter has only fueled further curiosity. While other celebrities have publicly distanced themselves from Diddy, Hart has remained steadfastly quiet, not offering any comments on the growing scandal. This silence has sparked numerous theories, including suggestions that Hart might have had a personal stake in maintaining his relationship with Diddy, especially given his rapid rise in Hollywood. Hart's rise to fame, especially the swift acquisition of a major sitcom and starring roles in films like Soul Plane, seems unusual when compared to the typical trajectory of a comedian. Many wonder if this rapid success was truly organic, or the result of being strategically positioned by powerful figures like Diddy. The Diddy-linked reality TV incident, a web of secrets. In 2022, an alleged incident during a reality TV production stirred the pot further and exposed a darker side of Diddy's influence. According to an anonymous whistleblower, a cast member who had been romantically linked to Diddy received a bouquet of roses with a card signed by the mogul himself. What seemed like a harmless act of affection quickly spiraled into a nightmare when the other cast members discovered the gift. The producers, fearing legal repercussions, immediately imposed a gag order on the entire cast. No one was allowed to speak about the incident again, which raised immediate questions about who was truly in control of the narrative. The producers' swift action in silencing the cast suggested that they were operating under significant pressure, with the possibility that Diddy's powerful legal team was pulling the strings behind the scenes. The situation escalated further when Kevin Hart, though not part of the cast, allegedly became involved in the drama. According to the source, Hart made a direct call to one of the cast members who was involved in a dispute with Diddy's rumored girlfriend. The call was reportedly aggressive, with Hart urging the individual to get his girl in check. What seemed like an innocent call quickly became controversial, as theories spread that Hart might have had a romantic entanglement with Diddy's girlfriend. This involvement, if true, could imply that Hart's actions were more personal than protective, adding another layer of complexity to his connection with Diddy. The situation didn't end there. The production of the show allegedly collapsed under pressure from Diddy's legal team, and the footage was buried. This was not a mere reality TV drama. This was a clear example of how powerful figures use their resources to manipulate situations, erase uncomfortable truths, and control what the public sees. The silent revolt. Celebrities who play both sides. Throughout the years, many celebrities have been able to maintain their public image while secretly navigating between two worlds. They toe the line between the public persona they present and the shadowy world they operate in behind closed doors. Ellen DeGeneres, once hailed as America's sweetheart for her warm, inclusive daytime talk show, has recently found herself under scrutiny due to her close ties with Diddy. DeGeneres' long-running friendship with Diddy, once perceived as harmless celebrity banter, now seems far more sinister when examined in the context of the growing allegations against him. Diddy, known for his lavish parties and the dark rumors surrounding them, was a frequent guest on The Ellen DeGeneres Show for years, and their on-air chemistry made for memorable moments. However, with the recent spotlight on Diddy's behavior, viewers have begun to question the nature of these interactions. Was DeGeneres simply playing the role of a celebrity host, or was she complicit in promoting Diddy's empire? Ellen's decision to leave her show in 2022 has raised suspicions. She cited burnout and toxic workplace allegations as the primary reasons for stepping away. But the timing of her exit, just as the Diddy scandal began to unravel, has led many to wonder if there were other, less publicized reasons behind her departure. Ellen's sudden retreat from the public eye only deepened the mystery, and theories about her possible involvement in Diddy's circle began to spread like wildfire. The unseen hand of Hollywood's power brokers. The world of Hollywood is often seen as a place where dreams are made. Yet, beneath the glossy surface lies a much darker reality, one that is shaped by powerful figures who remain largely hidden from public view. These figures, from Diddy to other moguls like Oprah Winfrey, who has recently faced her own set of allegations, hold the keys to the kingdom, deciding who gets access to the doors of success and who remains locked out. Oprah, once celebrated as a beacon of empowerment and truth, has faced increasing criticism for her connections to powerful men who have been accused of serious misconduct. Her history with figures like Harvey Weinstein and her treatment of black artists like Monique and Michael Jackson has led to calls for greater scrutiny of her influence. In an explosive interview, Katt Williams labeled Oprah as a supervillain, accusing her of exploiting vulnerable black artists while protecting powerful men with darker secrets. The price of fame and silence. The entertainment industry, like any other, is driven by power and control. And while the public may see only the shiny, polished exterior of Hollywood's elite, the truth is far murkier. Behind the glamour and fame, many powerful figures, from Diddy to Kevin Hart and Ellen DeGeneres, have shaped their careers and public images through a series of strategic, often questionable, maneuvers. The growing number of allegations and the whispers about hidden connections and manipulations raise important questions about the cost of fame, the role of power in shaping narratives, and the true cost of silence in the face of such corruption. As more revelations come to light, it is clear that the entertainment industry is undergoing a reckoning. Whether it's a deeply ingrained culture of manipulation or a series of unfortunate coincidences, the truth is often stranger and darker than fiction. This story, like many others, is still unfolding. The question remains: will the truth ever truly be exposed? Or will Hollywood continue to operate in the shadows, manipulating the public's perception for its own benefit? Only time will tell.